Is it dangerous to be too kind? And do you have to become mean so people can't walk all over you anymore? It's a question we all ask ourselves at some point, after giving too much, helping too much, forgiving too much. We think about it after a breakup, after a friend disappears the moment we stop being useful to them, after a boss takes advantage of how available we are. And that's when a little voice inside us whispers, "Next time, I'll be different. I'll be tougher, colder, meaner." But today, I want us to put things back into perspective. Being kind is not a weakness. And no matter how much kindness you have, it is still a good thing. Contrary to what we hear every day, very few people can genuinely say that they are too kind. Deep down, I'm not even sure that being too kind really exists, because saying that you are too kind would mean that you are simply too good. But what if we are actually confusing being too kind with making bad choices, with giving the wrong answers? Take a simple example. You lend money to someone for the third time, even though they never paid you back the first 2 times. You call that kindness. But is it really kindness? Or did you simply open the wrong door, thinking it was the right one? As human beings, we have something inside us that naturally seeks our own well-being, even unconsciously, even through the pain we sometimes cause ourselves. Somewhere inside, we are always trying to resist that pain. If someone takes advantage of you, if you say yes to the wrong request, then either the person in front of you is very good at manipulating you, or you opened the wrong door, thinking it was the right one. And behind that wrong door are the wrong answers. Answers that, at their core, are meant to protect us before they protect someone else. Kindness has nothing to do with that. When we say yes instead of no, and the consequence of that yes is something that destroys us, then we made the wrong choice. And sometimes we make that choice because we are trying to protect something that matters to us. Sometimes, in trying not to lose something, we lose ourselves. It often happens because our emotions demand it. We surrender to our feelings, not because we are too kind to the other person. Because honestly, if you truly hated the person standing in front of you, they wouldn't even get a second of your attention. Your kindness is measured when you have nothing to gain from it, not when your answer is tied to something you desperately want to keep. What we call too much kindness might make things easier for the people around us. It might benefit the other person, but we are willing to suffer because we are afraid of losing someone we love, and we are afraid of what our answer might cause. Look around you. How many people stay in toxic relationships, friendships, or even jobs, not because they are kind, but because they are afraid of what will happen if they finally say no? Becoming mean is not going to make you feel better. Quite the opposite. Even a little cruelty can make you lose so many things, so many good people. It sends the wrong message to the people around you, and eventually, you may find yourself alone, carrying that label with you. Look at the people who, after being hurt too many times, decide they can never trust anyone again. Maybe they win a battle, but they lose the war for trust, the war for genuine human connection. So ask yourself, are you really ready to play a game that isn't yours? A game that doesn't reflect who you are? A game where you don't even know the rules? All because, deep down, you took the person who hurt you as an example. You start telling yourself that they became happy because they were able to crush other people. And slowly, we begin to define success differently, not as the ability to avoid suffering, but as the ability to make other people suffer. And that is a dangerous definition of success, because it turns every relationship into a power struggle. Many people think that being mean simply means saying no instead of saying yes. But cruelty is something else. Cruelty is deliberately hurting someone who did nothing to you. It is crushing people and taking pride in it. That is cruelty. Cruelty is not about making the right decision for yourself. What you need to work on is not your ability to hurt people. It is your ability to make the right decisions, to understand what is good for you, to know where your well-being truly lies. Trying not to be naive around people who lie to you is not being mean. Not believing someone who comes to you with another story is not being mean either, and it doesn't matter what they think about it. Because something doesn't become reality simply because a liar says it. The real issue may simply be that you believe something you shouldn't have believed. Not that you were too kind, but that you were too naive. And above all, not that you were too good. Because no one is truly too good. Sometimes we become mean because we want something. Maybe personal comfort, maybe satisfaction, maybe simply the hope that tomorrow will be better. And that is where the problem begins. We start defining things through our pain. We convince ourselves that being mean means saying no, and being kind means saying yes. So, in order to appear kind, some people say yes even when they should say no. They accept what they should refuse, and they refuse what they should accept. In the end, they are simply afraid of the consequences of their answer. And sometimes, that fear is a sign of attachment, of dependence. Take the example of a coworker who asks you, once again, to cover for their mistakes. Saying no to a request that puts you in danger is not being mean. It is simply being aware. It is being realistic. It means knowing where your well-being lies and knowing how to stay away from what harms you, regardless of how the other person reacts. Because sometimes, the harshest insults we receive from people who resent us should be received almost like compliments. Because they prove that we are different, that we have created distance. They confirm certain things about us, and sometimes that is the greatest response we could ever receive. Our pain sometimes makes us believe that we need to change from one extreme to the other. We start believing that our kindness is a weakness, and we imagine that, somewhere on the other side, there is a strength we don't have. But sometimes, that's simply the pain talking. It's the lack of confidence talking. It's the belief that if we become someone different from who we are today, we will finally become strong enough to hold on to new branches. And sometimes, we hurt so much that we cling to the opposite extreme, believing that it will bring us the happiness we are looking for. So instead of questioning the things that truly need to change, we attack the good that exists within us. Our kindness. We try to darken it, to turn it into cruelty, thinking that by becoming the opposite, we will finally attract the opposite. But we are simply using the wrong recipe. We won't gain anything from it. Hurting someone won't heal us. Saying no to someone when we actually wanted to say yes won't automatically make us stronger. What we need is to understand ourselves, to know which decisions are right for us, and to know which direction we should take. There is an essential distinction we need to understand here. The difference between firmness and cruelty. Firmness protects. Cruelty destroys. Firmness says no and stops there. Cruelty keeps going. It wants to hurt in addition to refusing. It takes pleasure in watching the other person struggle. You can be gentle and still refuse to let people take advantage of you. There is no contradiction in that. In fact, the strongest people internally are often the ones who can say no without raising their voice, without humiliating anyone, without trying to crush anyone in return. Knowing how to be firm may look mean to the person who wanted to take advantage of you, but in reality, you are simply refusing to accept the harm coming from someone else. Sometimes, we imagine that we are sacrificing ourselves for someone else, when in reality, we are simply prisoners of our own emotions. We are willing to keep hurting, as long as we can keep holding on to the person or thing that is hurting us. That isn't kindness. That is self-sacrifice. Kindness is what brings good to others. It is being able to feel someone else's pain, giving without constantly calculating what you will receive in return, being willing to make sacrifices without seeing a personal benefit in everything you do. Kindness is not allowing yourself to be pushed to the ground. It is not trying to please someone who doesn't deserve it, and it is not saying yes when you should say no. Kindness is never the problem. It is a great quality, and it is becoming increasingly rare. Growing that quality within yourself is a form of wealth. It is not a defeat. So before you decide to become mean just so people will stop walking all over you, try something else. Become more aware of your own well-being. Know where your boundaries are, and learn to recognize the right decision when you have to make it. Because maybe you don't need to become a worse person. Maybe you simply need to become a stronger version of yourself. Subscribe.